So it's an absolutely beautiful day here in Huntington Beach. Down here with a buddy taking care of some business. And as we were down here driving down PCH, Pacific Coast Highway, Huntington Beach, California, looked out to the ocean, and I wanted to show everybody this because I want to show you where all the stimulus money is going, and I want to show you the wealth that China is creating while we lose jobs, while we lose purchasing power, while a majority of all that stimulus money continues to flow over into other countries like China. Now, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but there are cargo ships all the way down the coast here from Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, lined up to get to Long Beach, loaded with cargo. Those stimulus checks being spent at the Walmarts, the Kohl's, the Rosses, the Best Buys, you name it. And I wish I had a zoom lens. I'm just using a small camera today, so please bear with me. Hopefully you can see all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You get the point. There's hundreds of cargo ships out there, and you know where they're all from. And you know what we're sending back? We're sending back empty ships and bring back more goods so that Americans can spend their stimulus checks, making China wealthier and wealthier. Their middle class continues to grow, ladies and gentlemen. Ours is disappearing, and this is why. They're making things, they manufacture, they're exporting products all over the world, and guess who's buying most of it? You guessed it, America. So anyways, a little windy here today, please bear with me, but I wanted to show that to you. I don't know how well it's going to show up. The ships are, you know, a couple miles out there, but there's literally hundreds of them, and they are loaded with product, and they're going to go back empty, and they're going to come back with more product. So the more stimulus money that Americans get, the more they spend, and the wealthier and richer countries like China are becoming. So I wanted to point that out to you. Beautiful day here in Huntington Beach, but America's asleep. People have no idea what's coming, what has already begun. It's unbelievable to see all those ships out there. Unbelievable. Welcome to the new world, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start the video today, I want to remind everybody to please come over to my Patreon channel. I just uploaded a new video today, so please make sure you come over and check it out. Also, if you like this channel, if you support this channel, if you want to support this channel, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, hit that bell notification down below so that you are alerted with the newest video. God bless every one of you. Share this video. Let's get started. It's Thursday, March 25th, 2021. So just leaving the beach, unbelievable seeing all those cargo ships, well over 100 that I could see out there, lined up all the way to Long Beach. And just imagine how many more are sitting on the other side of Los Angeles trying to get into San Pedro and Long Beach. It's unbelievable. But people are out today as we're driving back to the desert. People no doubt are putting gas in the cars. They're out spending those stimulus checks as fast as they can get them. And again, it's another reminder when you see all those cargo ships where all of these products are coming from. They're not being made here. They're coming from overseas, and people cannot wait to spend those checks, buy those products, and in return, other countries are getting very, very wealthy. And the main culprit is China. But as we're cruising back, I wanted to talk about something else. We've been talking about the housing market. The bubble is going to burst at some point. And as I'm reading this article last night on wolfstreet.com, FHA mortgage delinquencies hit 17.5%. In 30 metros, delinquencies are over 20%. And we're being told how great everything is, how the stimulus is going to help, yet people are falling behind on the mortgages. And let's not forget that there's nearly 3 million people in forbearance, 12 million households in rent moratorium, and this is going to get very, very ugly. According to this article, everything is on ice, but when forbearance ends, forced sellers or lenders will put millions of these homes on the market. And right now we hear every day about the shortage. But how many of these people who have bought new homes haven't sold their old home? They're sitting vacant, they're using them as ATM machines, and at some point they are going to be forced to sell. And if they don't sell, they're going to be foreclosed. The bank will sell. How many landlords, especially right here in California, are going to get out of this business? And as soon as they get those tenants out, they are dumping properties onto the market. A historic delinquency problem has been fermenting since last spring, largely put on ice and on hold by forbearance programs, waiting to be dealt with. And that's an important statement right there, waiting to be dealt with. When people have to start paying the bills, when they have to start paying rent again, when they have to start paying the mortgages, the college tuition, etc., we are going to see catastrophic breakdowns in this economy. FHA, which insures nearly 8 million high-risk mortgages, reported that the delinquency rate of its mortgages rose to 17.5% in February, up from 17% in January. I would say 0.5% is a pretty big tick up. Your name here. I mean, we're driving down here on the 55 right now. So many buildings for lease, for sale. Your name here. Seeing more homeless in Orange County. As we were driving out, we saw 5 RVs parked on an area of I-10 as we were leaving Palm Springs. 5 RVs I've never seen before, cars parked out in front of them. It's becoming so apparent, this collapse that we're seeing. Delinquencies have ballooned, and they're not improving even during this recovering economy. And before I forget, let's talk really quickly about the jobless claims that came out this morning. 684,000 people filed first-time jobless claims last week. And they made it sound like good news because it was less than expected. And 684,000 is the lowest number of jobless claims that we've seen in a year. So that's the great news. Only 684,000 people filed first-time jobless claims last week. So that's great news for all the people out there that believe I'm too negative, it's too much doom and gloom for them. That's the good news for you today. We only lost another 684,000 jobs last week. So there's your good news for you, for the trolls out there. Delinquency rate for the largest 169 metro statistical areas rose to 17.9%. Seriously delinquent mortgages 90 days or more delinquent in February rose 12% for the U.S. overall and to 12.4% for the largest 169 MSAs. The delinquency rate exceeded 20% in 30 of the 169 largest MSAs. Nassau County, New York topped out at 24.8%. But people continue to tell us how great everything is, how it's improving, how the stimulus is going to fix everything, that endless unemployment benefits and $300 benefit checks are going to keep everything thriving. We are being lied to. These homes, remember, the homes I'm talking about aren't even in forbearance. That's another 3 million. What happens when this permanent forbearance, or so many people think it's going to be permanent forbearance, these rumors are going to end. It's not permanent, ladies and gentlemen. And when there are no more extensions of forbearance programs, eventually, remember, all this is going to end. There will be no more extensions. It's going to come to an end. All these delinquent mortgages are going to have to be dealt with. At some point, America is going to be forced to deal with reality, whether it wants to or not. Markets with a large concentration of FHA loans. Watch those markets, because this is where the deals are going to be. This is where the flood of listings is coming. We're witnessing stagflation taking place right now. People are losing jobs. People's wages are stagnant. And we are seeing inflation creeping up, and creeping up. 10 metro areas, according to this article, threatened by FHA delinquency rates. The 10 most threatened areas: Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, Georgia. 20.4% of the homes FHA are delinquent, 14.4% seriously delinquent. It's crazy. We've got Houston, the Woodlands, Sugarland, Texas at 22.5% delinquent, 15.9% seriously delinquent. Chicago, Naperville, Evanston, Illinois, 21.8% delinquent, 14.9% severely delinquent. I'm going to go to the bottom here. Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Florida, 16.5% delinquent, severely delinquent, 11.9%. So that's just a few of them on that list. This is very, very concerning as we are watching people, 800,000 people a week for a year, continuing to file jobless claims, stagflation, inflation, and now we're seeing a tick up in interest rates, and we're seeing a tick up in delinquencies. But yet consumer spending is exploding, driven by people now feeling that it's safer to go out, people getting stimulus checks, and people are back at the restaurants, they're back buying airline tickets, and they're back at the stores. And as I leave you from Orange County, take a look at who's really getting wealthy. While you're getting $1,400, take a look at the wealth that is leaving this country and going overseas to another country, expanding its middle class, its wealth, its future. While here our infrastructure falls apart, opportunity inequality, wealth inequality, the collapsing, even though US dollar up today, but we all know it's a race to the bottom. The dollar continues to buy less and less. I can't even tell you how much just having chicken for lunch today, how much it cost here in Orange County. Gas now, regular gas, approaching $4 a gallon. I don't know how people are keeping up with it. I don't know how they're doing it. The price of everything is going up. Jobs are disappearing, and wealth is leaving America, and it is going to other countries like China. Their middle class continues to grow, surge, expand. Ours is dying. It is being killed off, and it's really, really sad to see. I've never seen in my lifetime so many cargo ships off the coast of California heading in to the ports there in Long Beach and San Pedro. I've never seen anything like it. And honestly, it's almost frightening to see what is happening. When you see the size of these ships loaded with hundreds and hundreds of containers on each ship coming to America, and those ships are going back empty, and they're going to bring back more cheap products made with slave labor coming to America so people can spend their stimulus checks and feel like they have some amount of wealth because they're receiving an unemployment check, a $300 benefit, and a stimulus check. Welcome to the new world, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to really end badly for this country. This is the wealth transfer taking place right before your very eyes, and I cannot stress the importance that all of you are preparing for this. You got to think outside of the box. You need to be getting out of the system. You need to be holding hard, tangible assets. You really need to be thinking for yourself. I don't give financial advice. I share with you what I'm doing. But you're going to have to really critically think for yourself and for your family and for your future and the protection of what wealth you may have right now. And as we're driving out of Orange County right now, I'm going to tell you 99% of the masses here are completely oblivious to what's happening. Nobody's on that beach looking at those containers. They have no idea what's going on, but yet they'll be at Walmart this afternoon buying their flip-flops, their pajamas, their socks, whatever, without a care in the world. But I'm here to tell you, this is all going to change. It's going to change quickly. And when it does, all you're going to have is what you have, what you're holding. Make sure you continue to prepare. Do not be complacent. Look at, I hopefully you can see the shifts. That is, to me, America just passing the torch to China. They're making everything, they're developing biggest banks, biggest military, biggest pile of physical gold. Their people are not going into debt, ours are. And if we do not wake up here right now, America is going to be in very, very big trouble. Your future, your wealth, everything is going to be in very, very big trouble. I'm going to leave it there today. God bless every one of you. Share this video and make sure you subscribe. God bless.